Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for the last regular season baseball game of the 2023 season. St. Mary's taking on St. John's Prep. This game was moved around a couple of times. They were supposed to play a week ago, and St. John's Prep had that incident, the fake call, and the gun going off in school. Popped up. Long run by Weston. Gets there and makes the play. Outstanding play by the catcher. Ran all the way to the Prep dugout and picked off the pop-up. Outstanding defense. Nick Limbo sits down with a pop-up to the catcher, leading off the ball game. So they canceled it. Then they were supposed to play this game this morning, this being Memorial Day, at St. John's Prep. And they changed it to playing here at Fraser Field this afternoon, Memorial afternoon. And we got a pretty good crowd here. And people still coming in. Cam LaGrassa, the third baseman, is the hitter. Prep comes in at 11-8. St. Mary's 13-6. St. Mary's, I think, moved to like number 13. They'll probably get a home game. High for a ball. Jake Peterson on the mound is a freshman. And they got a few young kids. The shortstop, Demano, who's having an outstanding year for St. Mary's, is a freshman. He goes after it, hits it a long way to center field. Under the scoreboard. Giardina gets it, flying around second, into third with a triple. He got all of that one, hit it right to the fence under the scoreboard, almost the deepest part of the ballpark. William Shaheen. Hit to center field, deep enough this will score a run. Giardina makes the catch, the runner will tag, and the Prep grabs a 1-0 lead. Aiden Driscoll, we have Aiden Driscoll, the catcher for the Prep. We got Jaden Driscoll, the second baseman for St. Mary's. And Jaden's a young freshman or sophomore also. Off the screen. A win today would help St. Mary's because St. John's Prep is a Division I team. They would get a few extra points for winning this one. In for a strike. Plus, they're trying to win 10 in a row. Nobody would have thought they were going to make the tournament. They were 4-6. They've won 9 in a row to go 13-6. Up and away for a ball. Driscoll took a long look at that one. Curveball, he knew it. So the big booming triple by LaGrassa, the sacrifice fly by Shaheen in the top of the first inning, gets Prep off and running. So before they get up at bat, St. Mary's already has to play catch-up. It'll be Tommy Falasca, who's the MVP of the Holland tournament over the weekend.
They're all wearing number 3. It's going to be hard to tell where they lead off.
I just realized that.
Mike Domeno, the shortstop, will bat second. Playing center field and batting third, Tad Giardina. Chris Marks will DH for the second base. Jaden Driscoll hitting the cleanup spot. Batting fifth and playing right field, Cam McGonigal. Pitching and batting sixth, Jake Peterson. The first baseman, Shane Newhall, will hit seventh. Catcher, who made that very nice defensive play in the top of this inning, Isaiah Weston, will hit number 8. And batting number 9 will be Seth Sullivan, the left fielder. And it drives me crazy because they put in subs. How do we know?
I know.
Now, I don't know whether the pitcher is Christian Rosa or not. It might be Anthony Romano. And the reason I say that is because this is the only team in the nation that does this. They support the Freitas Foundation outstandingly, the prep does. And what they do is everybody wears the same number 3. So we don't really know. We have the batting order that we can announce, but when they hit for the pitcher, we don't know who the pitcher is. Tommy Velasca almost had a serious problem in the Dougie Mullins tournament. He led off an inning, the first inning, tried to bunt, and it popped.
John, the pitch is Jack Sano. Pitch is Jack Sano. They were just hearing from him. Number 5.
So they just told us, for some reason, I thought Rosa was the pitcher.
It's John. Goes back John, it's his son.
I thought they wrote Rosa's name out in the side, so I thought they were hitting for him. They didn't put in who the DH was hitting for. Now we found out it's Jack Sano who is the pitcher as Velasca gets hit by a pitch. Mike Domeno had a big tournament, on base almost every time. The game they won 4-1, scored 2, knocked in 2. Tries to bunt and misses it. So I don't know why they wrote Rosa's name out beside the lineup. They didn't have him in the lineup. Swing and a miss. The runner takes off. They hit the pitcher with the throw. They threw it off the back of the pitcher. The catcher, Driscoll, bobbled the ball momentarily. Then he tried to throw it down to second base, and the pitcher had his back turned, and it hit the pitcher on the back.
Yeah, that's his son. Yeah. Goes back Jack or John, either one.
St. Mary's trainer comes out to check on him. He says he's okay. They're all backing off. That's bizarre. They're going to send warm-up action down in the bullpen. Driscoll, the catcher, bobbled the ball momentarily with the runner. Velasco off and running. And he got control of it, fired it right into the back of the pitcher, who was turned looking at second base. Swing and a miss for strike three. Chased the high fastball. Dad Giardina. There's a nice little crowd here for Memorial Day afternoon here at Frazier Field, and people still coming in. Nice to see. Now Driscoll and Sano want to get their signals. It's great. Very nice afternoon for baseball. One little white cloud over Manning Field beyond center field. Up and away for a ball. Daniel Latott, longtime friend of mine, really does an outstanding job at St. John's Prep. Low for a ball. Hit to short. Giardina's out, 6-3 for the out. Velasco moves over to third. Chris Marks, the DH, will be the hitter. In for a strike. Wide for a ball. Wide for a ball again. In for a strike. And we got deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. So he hit a batter, but he gets 2 strikeouts in the inning. St. Mary's leaves the tying run at third base. We finished an inning in this interleague battle, Catholic Central League against the Catholic League. St. John's Prep 1, St. Mary's nothing. Left fielder Nate Marston will start the second inning for the Prep. They squeeze way in at third base. Driscoll challenging in case he tries to bunt. In for a strike. Jake Peterson starting his second inning. hit to third. Nice play by Velasco on the off hop. It was hit. He had to get out and get it, and it kind of tied him up right at his shoe tops. He fielded very nicely. He gets it over there in a hurry. He's got an outstanding arm. 1 up, 1 down for Jack DiFilippo, the first baseman. Curveball hangs high. Down and in for a ball. As usual, action going on at Manning Field. Looks like a football practice. Chase that pitch. It was way up and in. Peterson got some help on that pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hit by the dive of Velasco into left field for a base hit. Second hit for the prep comes with 1 out. Johnny Ty, the right fielder, will be the hitter. Hitting from the left side. Down and in for a ball. Squares the bunt and misses it. And evens the count at 1. They throw over, getting back is DiFilippo. So 1-1 the count. That one dropped in, took something off and dropped it in. The count goes 1-2. Peterson steps off, trying to hold that runner as close as he can. And still more people coming in. Nice to see. Hit on the ground to second base. They go to second. Couldn't get 2. It was hit fairly slowly. Ty's left-hander gets an extra step. Nice job by Driscoll to the shortstop Domeno. James Willett hitting for the pitcher. Sano is the hitter. Getting back, standing up is Ty. High for a ball. So look at Coach Derek Dana has this young man. Peterson's a freshman. Their ace, Josh Doney, is a sophomore. Down and away for a ball. So they're pretty solid pitching for the next couple of years. Shortstop Domeno, second base Driscoll. Not too shabby. Down and away for a ball. Ty almost got too far off at first base. Weston, the catcher's a junior, but they've got the other Doney, Cal Doney, who's only a freshman. So they're in pretty good shape for the next couple of years. The runner takes off, swing and a miss. No chance. He got too big a jump. He was way off the base. Count goes full, 3-2. A runner in scoring position for the Prep. Ty was dancing around off second. Pearson trying to keep them close. That's ball 4. So the 2-out walk puts runners at first and second for Marco Zerpolo, the second baseman. That was a tough incident at the Prep last week when they had a phony call in saying there was danger at the school and somebody carrying a weapon. They sent the police, and while they were surveying the area with a minimal amount of security, one of the officers coming out of one of the restrooms, his gun went off, I guess in the restroom, by accident, and that sent everybody scurrying, and they sent more. They shut the school down. They didn't have school the next day. Curveball, bounce foul. Quickly 0-2. Curveball down and away. Nice job by Weston to bounce out to his right and block that. Keep the runner at second base. Swing and a miss. He got him in on the hands. So he ends the second inning like he ended the first inning with a strikeout. He doesn't give up a run in this second inning. Did give up the base hit. It wound up at second on a stolen base and got stranded there. So 2 strikeouts in 2 innings. And Shamir was trying to get that, at least get the run back that Prep got in the first inning. 5, 6, and 7 for the Spartans. Cam McGonigal, Jake Peterson, Shea Newhall to face Jack Sano. St. Mary's 2 for 2 in the Dougie Mullins tournament, second annual. They've won them both, defeating Classical in the final. And it was Classical and St. Mary's in the final of the Holland tournament as well. That's a little bit longer, going back to 1997. Cam McGonigal, the right fielder, is the hitter. He's another one of those young kids. He's only a sophomore, the right fielder. He pitches as well. So they got a lot of young talent. On the inside corner for a strike. What's missing this Memorial Day game here, out beyond the right field fence, every time I look out there, in for a strike again, and I see people sitting there in their chairs, all I can think of is Buzzy Barton should be out there. We lost him way too early. Outstanding gentleman. Did so much for the city, so much for the young people in the city. Driscoll thought he had a third strike on the inside corner. He'd be out there smoking a cigar. He supported all the athletes, young kids in the city. Hit hard to the shortstop. Shaheen makes his second play. McGonagall hit it well, but hit it right at the shortstop. And third base, shortstop, second base have got great arms. I watched something I've never seen before, ever, at any level. In the pregame warm-ups, the last thing they did was they put the infielders 4 or 5 steps out on the outfield grass, just like that. And he throws them out. They put their infielders 4 or 5 steps out on the grass and hit them ground balls, and they made those long throws to first base. And I said, if it's hit out there, they're going to beat it. Well, guess what? They didn't. Shaheen with a strong throw. Shea Newhall, the first baseman. In for a strike. Missing wide for a ball. High and away for a ball. Hit the shot again. Cut off by the third baseman. What a nice play. LaGrassa, that might have been a base hit if it goes to the shortstop. The third baseman cut in front, made the strong throw, and those infield warm-ups before the game pays off with those 2 strong throws. So Sano hit the first batter. He's retired 6 in a row. At the end of 2, it's the Prep 1, St. Mary's nothing. Top of the order for the Prep as we start inning 3. Nick Lembo popped to the catcher. Weston made a great play going all the way to the Prep dugout to catch the pop-up. In for a strike as Jake Peterson starts his 3rd inning. Down and away for a ball. Pitching low for a ball. Missing inside. Three-1 the count to the Prep center fielder. And it's ball 4. Second walk given up by Peterson. Cam LaGrassa, the third baseman, is the difference in the game. He drilled a triple to right center field, right to the fence, right under the scoreboard, and came around to score on Shaheen's sacrifice fly. And that's where we are, 1-0 Prep as we're in the 3rd inning. So he's 1 for 1 with a run scored, and he hit that shot to right center field. Prep brought a lot of fans. And it's nice to see a very nice crowd all the way along, up top. And in the picnic area. They take off, throw down, great throw. Weston with a perfect throw. Domeno with the tag, they throw him out. Outstanding. Another great play by Weston and a nice tag by Domeno. Looked like he got a real good jump. Weston threw a dot right on the bag. And Domeno just had to lay the glove down. Wide for a ball. So Weston makes his second very good defensive play. Hit foul to the backstop. Both of those could very easily be ESPN highlights. Curveball bounced to short. Domeno, the long throw. It skips past. Great hustle. There's Weston again. That's going to be a runner at second base. Instead, he has to stay at first because Weston hustling all the way down, and it's the catcher backing up the play at first base. I'm going to give him an infield hit. That was a long throw to make for Domeno. So I'm going to give him a hit. Hit me in the right field. McGonigal almost didn't have to move. Aiden Driscoll, the catcher, was called on strikes. Wide for a ball. The official scorer gave Domeno an error on the play. I called it a base hit because I'm a home scorer. On the inside corner, he was backing away from it. Driscoll throws right, bats left. Dove back, but he got back easily. LaGracia at first base. Down and away for a ball. Back again at first base. Foul tip held on to by Weston. Count goes full. The runner takes off. He took a long look at that one. Outside for a ball. So 2 walks and a hit in the inning, but the first walk was thrown out trying to steal. That was a big play because it would now be the bases loaded and 1 out instead of 2 on with 2 out. Nate Marston, the left fielder, bounced out third to first. Peterson was set, then he stepped out. Marston stepped out. Now Weston wants to talk to his pitcher. Happy Memorial Day to everybody, and God bless all those that gave their lives so the freedom we have we can enjoy, and God bless all those that are serving far away from their relatives, friends, and loved ones on this holiday. Curveball drops in for a strike. I'm actually a vet, having served in the Army, but I really didn't do anything. I was just there on assignment, nowhere near what a lot of those people did. I was proud to serve, but it wasn't anywhere near the dangerous and horror that a lot of those people had to go through, and some are still going through. So God bless all of them. Keep all those safe that are serving now. Hit the center field. Long run for Giardina. He gets there. Makes the one-handed catch. Marston hit it well. Giardina able to get to it, make the play. So the 2 walks and the base hit. Inning helped out by Weston throwing out the runner at second base. And for St. Mary's, they'll try to get back into again. They'll have 8, 9, and 1. Isaiah Weston, he's made his imprint on this game already, chasing a pop-up to the prep dugout, making a nice one-handed catch, basket catch. And then in the top of this inning, a very important play, threw the runner out at second base trying to steal. That was followed by a hit and a walk. And the line drive to center field got Jake Peterson and St. Mary's out of the inning. So it'll be Isaiah Weston, Seth Sullivan, and back to the top of the order, Tommy Falaska, facing Jack Sano, who will start his 3rd inning of work. One to nothing to prep in this final game of the regular season. Both teams will go on to the state tournament. And again, they talk about, people say about teams not doing very well in the city of Lynn. We got, with our viewing area, LETV, we have three public schools in St. Mary's. And we have the same in baseball and softball. So 8 teams. 7 of our teams are going on to play in the tournament. You can't ask for much more than that. When you have 7 teams and you spread the talent around. And not to mention, there are some Lynn athletes going to St. John's Prep. There are some Lynn athletes going to Bishop Fenwick. There are some Lynn athletes going to prep school. When you spread the talent around like that, and you still have 7 out of 8 going to the tournament, 9 out of 11 in the winter, hockey and basketball, that's not bad. Hit the second base. Weston is out. Seth Sullivan, the left fielder, will be the hitter.
Now batting, left fielder number 9, Seth Sullivan.
First pitch misses. High and tight, 2-0. In for a strike. In for a strike again, so he down 2-0. Sano comes back to even at 2-2. Sullivan asked for time and got it. The 2-2 pitch, up and coming. Wide for a ball. Driscoll quickly pulled that back in, trying to get his pitcher a strike. So a payoff pitch, up and coming. Hit to short. Off the shortstop. Sullivan will reach on the error. Sano had retired 7 in a row before that little bobble. So they have the tying run at first with 1 out. Tommy Falasco was the only base runner coming into this inning. He led off the game getting hit by a pitch. Popped up. Staying in the infield, not having to go out into the outfield. The second baseman, Zappolo, makes the play. 2 away for Mike DeMena, who struck out swinging. I was thinking he might try to get Weston to second base. In for a strike. Line right to the shortstop. DeMano hit it right on the nose and hit it right to the shortstop. So the error doesn't hurt. St. Mary's is down in the third. And at the end of 3, Prep holding on to that skinny 1-0 lead over the Spartans. First pitch to Jack DiFilippo, breaks down the way for ball 1, starting the 4th inning. He's got one of the 3 hits that the Prep has. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. Two good curveballs from Peterson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Call, third strike, right down the middle. Third strikeout for Peterson. Johnny Ty, the right fielder, bounced into a fielder's choice. His first at bat. In for a strike. Bounce foul down the right side. Ty asks for time and gets it. Slices it the other way. Couple of steps to his right. Seth Sullivan makes the play for the second out. The DH, Willett, will be the hitter. He walked his one trip. In for a strike. Hit in a right field for a base hit. So he's on base for the second time. He had a walk, now he's going to hit. Marco Zappolo struck out swinging his one trip. Missing inside. Oh, now he called it a strike. I guess I should let the umpire make the call. He didn't do it right away. Ducking away from the pitch, I thought it was going to be a ball. But it was a strike. Slicing it foul, up in the seats. Almost hit one of the spectators. Happened to be walking by and almost hit her. The 0-2 pitch. Hit the third. Velasca. Nice pick at first by Newhall. So the hit stays at first base. We're halfway through the ball game. With the Prep holding on to that 1-0 lead. Gain a run in the first inning. For St. Mary's, it'll be the middle of the order, 3, 4, 5. As they look to try to get back in it. They had a runner leading off the ballgame with a hit batsman. Sano retired 7 in a row before an error broke that up in the third, and then he got the next 2 out. So he retired 7 in a row. He's retired 9 out of 10. And we're moving into the bottom of the fourth. Tad Giardina, Chris Marks, Cam McGonigal will be the three hitters. Still hard to believe this season is over. It flew by, especially when we had a week where there were games canceled, and we very quickly got it back and got through it. Got to Memorial Day weekend with the big Mullins and Holland tournament. Those are in the books. Lynn English girls got a big win in the consolation round of the Holland tournament. It was their 10th win. Got them a berth in the state tournament. And then this morning, before this game, an early game, Lynn Tech got a great pitching performance by DiFilippo. And they beat Salem Academy, and that was their 10th win, and that got them a berth in the state tournament. So 7 out of 8 teams, baseball, softball, are in the tournament. And it might be St. Mary's boys and girls, the only teams that get home games. The other will be traveling to play whoever, wherever. Giardina grounded out the short. He hit it well, but hit it right at the shortstop, Shaheen. Shaheen's made 4 plays in 3 innings. Down and away for a ball. Tad, very good hockey player. He's a defenseman. Swing and a miss. Nice young man. I got to know the Giardina family. I coached his father, Mark, in CYO basketball. We go back a long way. Tried to hold up, pitch, bounce, tried to catch it to the backstop, but he committed. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit almost in the press box. That was right almost in my lap. It hit the cement post and bounced out. That's as close as they've come so far to get it in the press box. I held my breath on that one. Strike 3 called. Tad thought it was up and away. The umpire said strike 3. Third strikeout for Sano. Wide for a ball. Chris Marks struck out swinging his 1 trip. Hit foul back. All the young kids chasing the foul balls. Hit. That's going to make it up in the seats. Almost hit. One of the females just ducked out of the way. She ducked forward, and I think it hit her, either the seat she's sitting in or right behind her. That was awful close. Hit to deep shot for a base hit. Marks gets the first hit for St. Mary's. And Maxwell Parent will run for Marks. Cam McGog will hit it right in the nose, hit it right to the shortstop. Up and away for a ball. He hits him. Jake Peterson can help himself here. First and second, one out. A hit and a hit batsman. On the corner for a strike. Hit foul to the backstop. Quickly it goes 0-2. Sano took a little too much time for the liking of Peterson. He asked for time and got it. The 0-2 pitch up and coming. High for a ball. Hit foul out of play. It's going to go down in that grassy knoll behind first base. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Wide for a ball. The count evens at 2. Parents at second base bouncing around trying to distract Sano. Missing wide for ball 3. Hit foul again. Good at bat. Whatever Peterson does, it's been a very good at bat. He's got the count full of 3-2. He's fouled off several pitches. He's made Sano throw some pitches. We'll do it again with the payoff pitch. Big pitch for both teams. Sano taking a lot of time. He got help on that pitch. That was a high fastball. That might have been ball 4. Might have been ball 4. But he swung through it. 4 strikeouts now for Sano. None bigger than that one. Shea Newhall bounced out third to first. In for a strike. Hit to third base. They'll throw Newhall out second time. LaGracia has thrown Newhall out. So St. Mary's threatens with 2 on and 1 out. Sano gets a strikeout and a ground out to get out of it. We've completed 4 innings in this interleague battle. St. John's Prep still holding on to that very skinny 1-0 lead over St. Mary's. Top of the order for the Prep as we start the 5th inning. Nick Lembo popped to the catcher and walked. And when he walked, he got thrown out by the catcher. Way out in front of that, backing away, hitting it foul. He got thrown out by the catcher, Weston. So he's been involved with Weston twice, popping up to him, and then Weston threw him out. Hit the shot. Nice job of Zameno. No wasted effort. He went on the move. As he was fielding it, he was throwing it. Very nice defensive play. Throws Lembo out. 1 up, 1 down in the 5th. LaGracia, again, is the difference in the game. He tripled to deep right center field all the way under the scoreboard and then scored on the sacrifice fly by Shaheen. And that's the 1 run in the game so far. Last time up, he got an infield hit. Hit it to deep shortstop. That went outside, bounces to the backstop. He's the third baseman. He's made a couple of nice plays at third. Up and away for a ball. So very pleasantly pleased with the crowd. You never know how it's going to be on Memorial Day. Solid shot to first base. Newhall makes the play. Nice defense by Newhall. 2 up, 2 down. William Shaheen, his sacrifice fly knocked in the 1 run. Good curveball for a strike. Last time up, so he went to center field for the RBI. He went to right field for the out. So he's flying out twice. Hits it in the air. Second baseman Driscoll dropped the ball. He can't believe he did it. Everybody was running off the field with the third out, and he just dropped it. Hit in the air. Yeah, the Maynard was running off the field. He knew Velasco was going to get that. He was in foul territory, drifted back into fair territory. So the drop at second meant nothing. As the Prep is down in the 5th inning. And we'll move it to the bottom of the fifth. It's getting a little bit late. St. Mary's needs at least a run. It'll be 8-9-1. Second time, Weston, the number 8 hitter, will be leading off. He led off the third. Now he'll lead off the fifth. Sano's been tough. He retired. He hit the first batter, retired 7 in a row, retired 10 of the next 11 after an error. And then he gave up the hit to Marks, and then he hit McGonigal for the second hit batsman. But then he got a big strikeout and a ground out to get out of the inning and keep it a 1-0 game. Picture perfect day. That one cloud that was over Manning Field is gone. Nothing up there except blue skies. The flag out right center is just kind of fluttering a little bit. So it's a nice day for a ball game. And over at Manning Field, those football players have called it a day. They fixed the renovation of Fraser Field with this. Everything you see out there is turf. They did an outstanding job. They're going to continue working on the dugouts and the lights, and this will be it already is an outstanding place to play for the young men, along with the Navigators and Fisher College. And it will be even better when they get through with it. And with Manning Field, with the turf field and everything over there, colleges would like to have these two facilities. It's nice when you live in Lynn and people come here to watch baseball games and they say, is this a special game? You're playing at this special field? And you say, no, we play all our games here. And they are just amazed. Weston is grounded out second and first. In for a strike. 2-hit batsman, an error, and a slap single in the left field by Marks are the only base runners for St. Mary's coming into this fifth inning. Warm-up action down there for St. Mary's. Missing down and away. 2 on the count. Punches it to the prep dugout. Strike 3 call. Five strikeouts for Sano. Seth Sullivan, the left fielder, reached on an error. He was the one that broke up the 7 in a row, retired by Sano, reaching on the error. Missing low for a ball. Top of the order, Tommy Velasco on deck. Hit off the pitcher. Good job by the second baseman, Zappolo. That went off the pitch. That's going to be 1-4-3 for the putout. But good job by Zappolo. Zappolo was going to his right, thinking the ball was up the middle. It got deflected back to where he normally would be at second base. He hustled back, made the play. So 2 up, 2 down. In for a strike. Tommy Velasquez got hit by a pitch, popped to the second baseman. Down and away for a ball. I can only see one of the pitchers warming up at St. Mary's. It might be McGonigal. In for a strike. Good fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up and away for a ball. And we got deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Second 1-2-3 inning. 2 more strikeouts. He now has 6 strikeouts. We finished 5. Prep still leading St. Mary's 1-0. 5, 6, and 7 for the Prep as we start the 6th inning. Nate Marston is grounded to third and hit it on the nose right at the center fielder. Hit it well, but Giardina took it away. In for a strike. They had that warm-up action, 2 pitches warming up, but Peterson's still in the game. He's been outstanding. Curveball drops down and away. Down and in. Way up and in for ball 4.
Coming to the plate for St. Charles Prep, number 32, the first baseman, Jack DeFilippo.
4th walk given up by Peterson. Jack DeFilippo has singled and called out on strikes. Little to do between innings. The throw over, one of the throws over to first base, warming up. It Shea Newhall hit that a long way, got way out in front, pulled it way foul in the direction of my car. Swing and a miss. Oh, 2 quickly to the Prep first baseman. Swing and a miss. He chased a high pitch inside and missed it. Fourth strikeout for Peterson. Johnny Ty has bounced through a fielder's choice and flied to left field. Getting back, standing up is Marston on the throw over the first. Down and in, throw ball. I've gone this far without mentioning it. Our thoughts and our prayers and our good wishes go to the young man that got stabbed in the back at Classical High School. We hope he gets through it quickly, easily, as painlessly as possible. Our thoughts, our prayers go out to him and his family and any of those classical kids that were involved around that time that might have been traumatized. Another line shot. Giardina falls down and picks it off the turf. Nice defense out there by Giardina. Ty hit it right on the nose. Giardina just got there and picked it. James Willett has walked and singled. Back again, standing up. Way inside, almost hit him. The base runner read it. He was off and running, and Peterson didn't realize it. He turned and threw the ball to first base. And Marston is able to steal second. He was on the move. He was stealing second. Peterson made the throw to first. Newell had no chance to throw him out at second. So a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the Prep. Hit foul at home plate. Off the foot of Willett, who's DHing for the pitcher, Sano. Her ball, nice stop by Weston, a pitch that bounced down and away into the turf. He blocked it and keeps the runner at second base. And Coach Derek Dana is coming out to talk to the troops. We're in the top of the 6th, a leadoff walk, followed by a strikeout and a line to center. Marston, the player that walked, stole second, so he's at second base with 2 outs in a 1-0 game. Peace, the young freshman, has done an outstanding job. Hit in the air to left field. That's a long way. Off the fence. Came awful close to hitting it out of the park. Hit that a ton. So as they usually do, the walk hurts. Peterson has walked 4. That's the first one that scores. One of the 4 walks was thrown out trying to steal. And I think we're going to get McGonigal is going to come on, I think, as the pitcher, and that's going to be it. Peterson was outstanding. Coming into this inning, he only given up 4 hits and 1 run way back in the first inning. Struck out 3, walked 3. As I mentioned, one of them was thrown out stealing. But the leadoff walk here hurts. He got a strikeout and a line to center. Looked like he might get out of it. And then Willett came as close as you can come without hitting it out of the ballpark. And Peterson will be replaced. He's going to get the young freshman did an outstanding job. Devin Duval is going to be the new right fielder. I think he'll hit in Peterson's spot. And McGonigal is going to be the new pitcher. So Jake Peterson does an outstanding job. And if you're Derek Dane, you're going to say, look, I got Peterson as a freshman. I got Josh Doney, a sophomore. McGonigal on the mound as a sophomore. That's a pretty good pitching staff for the next couple of years. We mentioned the shortstop is a freshman. Second baseman, I think, is a sophomore. On the move. Another nice play by Giardina. Ripple hit that to right center. Long run. Giardina tracks it down. So the Prep is out, but they get another run with their second extra base hit. The walk hurt. So Peterson goes 6 2/3, gives up the 2 runs. They were earned. Gives up 5 base hits. He walked 4. 1 was thrown out stealing. 1 scored a run. 2 runs were earned. He struck out 4. And he's on the short end of a 2-0 score. St. Mary's will have 2, 3, and 4. Mike Domeno, Tad Giardina, Chris Marks. Domeno has struck out and hit it on the nose and lined it right to the shortstop. So St. Mary's down 2. Their 9-game winning streak is on the line. I'm not sure what the conversation with the plate umpire and Derek Dana was, but Derek Dana didn't look like he was very happy. Whatever that was. This young man, Domeno, young freshman, is having an outstanding year. Doing the job at shortstop, defensively, and some big hits as well. On the inside corner for a strike. Up and away for a ball. On the inside corner again, good fastball, 1-2. way up and in. Evens the count at 2. That didn't miss by much. Driscoll was looking for that one. The payoff pitch up and coming. Missed for ball 4. First walk given up by Sano. And that allows St. Mary's to bring the tying run to home plate. Tad Giardina, the center fielder, grounded to short, called out on strikes, and he's made a couple of really nice plays in center field. Way up and in, almost hit him. Just get out of the way of that one. Hit slowly to third. They'll make one play at first. Nice pick at first base. DiFilippo picked that one out of the turf. LaGrassa got to it quickly. No wasted motion. Flipped it to first. That's a big play at first base, picking that out of the turf. So the runner in scoring position, it wasn't a sacrifice, but it works the same. St. Mary's would love to get this runner home from second to make the 7th inning interesting. Hit foul to the backstop. One the count. That's going to make it down. I thought it was going to make it the grassy knoll. First baseman almost had a play. DiFilippo almost ran into the fence trying to make that play. He almost made a very nice play. The 1-2 pitch. Hitting in the left field for a base hit. St. Mary's is going to get on the board. Marks gets his second hit. St. Mary's has a tying run on with one out. Nick Mesano will run for Marks. And Danny Latat is making a trip out to the mound. And that'll give Derek Dana a chance to talk to a hitter base runner But Marks comes through with a big base hit. And that's going to be it for Sano. So Sano goes 5 1/3. Gives up 2 base hits. Struck out 6, hit 2, walked only 1, and the walk scored. He hit 2. The leadoff hitter, and he hit a hitter in the 4th. Marks, same spot. He hit. This one was a little more solid. The other one was almost like a love tap that went into left field for a base hit his last time up. This one a little stronger between third and short. Gamino scores easily. Isn't it?
But it just like ends at 11, right?
You know who this is, pitcher?
This is Sano.
I got it right here. Oh, Shaheen. So who went in the shortstop?
You know who this is?
Shaheen's pitching. Who went to shortstop for him, you know? You can't tell, they all have the same number. Now playing shortstop for St. Charles, track number 7, Jordan Enriquez. Pitching for Eagles, William Shaheen.
I guess they put the shortstop in. William Shaheen is the new pitcher. Bounce down the first baseline. They tag McGonigal. So the pitcher makes unassisted.
Now batting for St. Mary's, number 6, Devin Duval.
So the tying run is at second base. Devin Duval will be up for the first time. He went in to play right field when they changed pitchers. They brought McGonigal, the right fielder, in. Duval went in to play right field. He'd love to get a base hit here. In for a strike. This is going to go out to talk to his pitcher. Now he doesn't. Started out, comes back. Two quick strikes. Shaheen not pulling any punches. He comes in and just, I'll throw as hard as I can, see if you can hit it. Gets the strikeout. So the sixth inning is in the book, but St. Mary's gets a run. They creep back in. That run in the sixth for the Prep is now huge, as the Prep back to that one-run cushion. At the end of six, it's St. John's 2, St. Mary's 1. 1, 2, 3 for the Prep as we start the seventh inning. Nick Limbo popped to the catcher, walked and got thrown out trying to steal, grounded out short to first. McGonigal will start an inning for the first time. Up and away for a ball. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. The other young man, the first baseman, Newhall's only a sophomore, so St. Mary's, the future looks very bright. Their prep school doesn't come calling. Line by the shortstop. Yeah, look for a second. It almost looked like Domeno made the play. Line shot by Limbo. A laser beam that went right by Domeno.
Now back to St. John's Prep, the third baseman, number 8, Cam LaGrassa.
Cam LaGrassa tripled and scored, singled, and bounced to the first baseman. So he's 2 for 3. And he was looking to hit that one out of the park. He got his money's worth and swung right through it. Now, who'll check swing? Very quickly, 0-2. Up and away for a ball. Down and away for a ball. Count evens at 2. Again, I have to mention, a very pleasing crowd. What a nice day. Baseball, Memorial Day. Most people are having barbecues and they hit the runner. That time they might have got the out. The runner was going, they threw it over to first. Newhall had the play. He was going to be out at second base and the throw hit him in the back. So he gets on the error. They had him out. The error allows him to reach second base. Swing and a miss. Again, he got his money's worth and swung right through it. William Shaheen was the shortstop. He's now the pitcher. Hit a sacrifice fly. Fly to right, reached on an error. And the runner at second got a huge jump. Now he's got to hustle back. Duvall makes the catch. He had He was 3/4 of the way to third base, almost before McGonigal threw the pitch.
Next up for the Eagles, the catcher, number
And
4.
Shaheen, if he took the pitch, LaGrasse is at third base, but he hit it to right field. Duval got it back quickly, but Shaheen had to hustle back to second base. Aiden Driscoll struck out, walked, popped to third. Lefty against lefty here. Down and in for a ball. So what a huge jump. Limbo got at second base. On the corner for a strike. Looking to the bottom of the seventh for St. Mary's needing a run. It'll be 7, 8, and 9. Same spot on the corner. Good pitch by McGonigal. 1-2. Swing and a miss. McGonigal gives up the hit. The run against the second on the error. He gets 2 strikeouts, gets out of the inning, keeps it a 1-run game, and St. Mary's will look to get a run at least in the bottom of the seventh to stay alive and try to keep their winning streak alive. They've won 9 in a row. It's in jeopardy now. They need at least a run. And Shaheen will start an inning. And he'll try to get the win for the prep. Shane Newhall, Isaiah Weston, Seth Sullivan, the 3 scheduled hitters, but I know we're going to probably have a pinch hitter or 2. I see Josh Stoney swinging a bat. So 2-1 going into the 7th. Shane Newhall has grounded the third twice. This will be his first at bat against Shaheen, as it will be for the next 2 hitters, whoever they are. Fans have got their money's worth in this one. Good pitching, a couple of good defensive plays. So here we go into the bottom of the 7th. St. Mary's came in trying to make it 10 in a row. And if they want to get 10 in a row, they're going to have to get at least a run here to stay alive. Both benches are up. In for a strike. Line shot right to the second baseman. Newell hit it on the nose. You can't hit it any better than he just hit it. It looked awful good going off the bat. And Zappolo picked it off the turf. And there's one away. St. Mary's got excited on that. That was a line shot. Josh Doney will hit for Isaiah Weston. Shaheen came in and got a put out on a slow ground ball down the first base line. He got the unassisted put out, and then he got a strikeout. Now he gets help by the second baseman on that pick on the line drive. Doney goes the other way. Left fielder backing up. He hit that a long way. Backing up, Marston made the play. So St. Mary's down to their last out. Seth Sullivan. Sullivan reached on an error. Last time up, he hit what looked like a base hit going up the middle. He hit off the pitcher Sano's foot, deflected to the second baseman, and Zerpolo threw him out at first base. He's got to get on to keep St. Mary's alive. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. St. Mary's out there, last strike, 1-2 the count. Just got a piece and fouls it back. So Sheen is just rearing back and firing it. Waves at the pitch for strike three. So Shashin comes in and retires 5 in a row. And the Prep holds on to a skinny 1-run win. St. Mary's 9 in a row doesn't make 10 as they lose it by a score of 2-1. An outstanding game defense pitching wise. In the first inning, Cam LaGrassa triple with 1 out to deep right center field. Shaheen, who finished the game saving it for Sano, hit a sacrifice fly for the 1 run. It stayed that way until the 6th inning. Nate Marston led it with a walk. After 2 outs, James Willett hit one that almost went out of the park and hit off the fence out in left field for a double. Knocked in the run to make it 2-0. St. Mary's got a run in the bottom of the 6th. Domeno walked, went to second on a ground ball to third, scored on an RBI hit by Marks, and they got him out of the inning. It was 2-1, and then a 1-2-3 inning by Shaheen saves it for the Prep. They'll go to 12-8. St. Mary's will drop to 13-7. Both teams will get ready for the state tournament. And St. Mary's, the only other time they had a shot, the 4th inning, Marks got a base hit. McGonigal got hit by a pitch with 1 out. At the time, Sano got a strikeout and a ground out to get out of it. But Sano was immense. He hit 2, 1 reached on an error. He gave up 1 hit and 1 walk. The walk scored. But he only gave up 5 base runners to St. Mary's. He was outstanding on the mound. And the Prep comes away with squeaking out a 2-1 win over St. Mary's. But St. Mary's, Domeno had a walk and scored the run. Chris Marks had 2 base hits, knocked in the run. And that was it. Marks had both hits for St. Mary's. McGonigal got hit by a pitch. Falaska got hit by a pitch. Sullivan reached on an error. Those were the only base runners in the game for the Spartans. So St. John's Prep holds on as the Catholic Leagues knocks off the Catholic Central League as they both get ready for the state tournament. The final score, St. John's Prep 2, St. Mary's 1. We hope you enjoyed it, and we wish both teams success in the upcoming tournament and a happy Memorial Day again to everybody. And our thoughts and our prayers go out to all those that gave their lives and those that are putting on their lives on the line as we speak, all those great veterans. So thank you all for your service, especially those that gave their lives. 2-1, the prep over St. Mary's. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.